Hello, everybody. Welcome to the February's forum. This is the most attended forum. We've been doing forum for over a year now. And this tells me that there's a lot of people who are teaching or interested in teaching, and more importantly, tell me you care about teaching. You care about the principles. You care about teaching effectively. And that is a very, very wonderful message to me. So I feel very special about this forum, and we're going to have fun. But before I start the forum, let me just introduce my team. First, Evan. Evan is my son-in-law. He's also a qualified instructor, and he's a teacher. And he is going to monitor the technical aspect of the Zoom. And Ernie is our workshop team who will also help to liaise with people. I don't think I need to introduce her. She would be the one who help everybody to get in. And she's from USA. And Nuala, our team, Nuala's from UK. And Ernie and Nuala are such wonderful supporter of this forum. They live in two different parts of the world. And so we have 2 time zone meetings. This time zone now is very, very late for Nuala. So stay up to join the USA zone. And the next time zone with Europe and Asia, that is very, very early for Ernie. And she's got up early. So both of them are at both zone forums to make sure we are consistent and make sure I do the right thing. So special thanks for Ernie and Nuala for so devoted to keeping the forum really well. And then what we're going to do, this forum is a little bit different from before. I'm going to talk first, and then after a while, I like to involve everybody because, I know there's a lot of amazing, wonderful, dedicated instructors here, and I love to have your opinion too. So there will be times for you to be in group and then voice your what's important to you, and then we're going to share. But I will talk first about this topic. So let me just see, Evan, is there anything I need to do, or should I start talking?
No, just we usually remind everyone just to put any questions or comments into the chat, especially with such a large group. And no, you're all set.
Thank you. And Ernie, was there anything you'd like to say before I start?
Pete, that put your questions and any concerns into the chat, and we will monitor that and get back to you. Very large group, very exciting about that. It's a wonderful topic. Looking so forward. Thank you, Dr. Lamb, for having that topic for all of us. Enjoy.
Thank you, Ernie. And Nuala, would you like?
Yes, it's great to see so many people. I can't believe this is the highest number we've ever had at the forums. This is a great topic as well, and Dr. Lamb's going to lead you into it now, and I know you'll definitely enjoy it. Have fun, everybody.
Thank you, Nuala. Tai Chi is the dilemma. It's just so many things, yin and yang. The principles can be so simple and can be so deep. There's balance, and there's some dilemma that anyone can learn Tai Chi, and yet there's so much to learn that you can spend a lifetime and enjoy learning it. So teaching is one great way to learn, to share. And even if you don't teach, I think would be helpful to be part of this, because I think teaching, communicating is way of life. It's as human. And so the way we can teach effectively to be able to share with different people our knowledge and our arts is actually the way we communicate with people, the way we interact with people. And that is so important when we interact with people positively, then our community become more positive and everybody become more harmonious. So teaching is just a way of life. For me, I always love to be a teacher, and I'm just so happy that I don't practice the normal medicine anymore. I practice preventive medicine through teaching, and I feel really, really fulfilled. And so teaching is a great way. And then let's go back to the topic, the principles. What are the principles? We all know Tai Chi principles are really what Tai Chi is. If you practice Tai Chi without using Tai Chi principles, without understanding it, you'll be just moving hand and feet, which is good exercise. But when you move according to Tai Chi principles, then it's more effective and more enjoyable. On the other hand, part of the dilemma is you can also move with Tai Chi principle without necessarily know the principle. However, if you know it and very clear in your mind, then it's like knowing the direction. I mean, I can walk everywhere and eventually I'll reach the Opera House of Sydney, but it might take me a few hours. But if I have the direction, it will take me half an hour to walk to the Opera House. So that's the difference, that knowing the principles. And then what are the Tai Chi principles? They are sort of based on nature. It is what the creator of Tai Chi has studied nature, studied the Taoist understanding of nature, studied Chinese traditional medicine, and also he has great knowledge in martial arts, great knowledge in body movements and teaching. Essentially, Tai Chi from inside out. From inside is how you think, what do you feel in your mind, and what do you feel about your joints, how to song your joints. Then it goes to the further into the body, how your body is aligned, how you achieve good balance, and then express through your movements. So roughly, these are the principles from inside out. Now, you don't have to remember this. I have spent a lot of time explaining the principles, and it is inside the global community. It's also inside just about every lot of Tai Chi I taught. And of course, you get to understand more as you do more. But today, I'm not going to teach the principle. I just want to confine the topic. We're talking about how you think, what do you feel, how you being mindful, how your body feel, how you achieve balance. And those are the principles. So how do we teach those principles to people at different levels? Well, in a way, I probably have more experience than anybody else, I think. I have traveled by now 1.7 million miles teaching Tai Chi. And I have taught just many, many Tai Chi people, from total beginner to people who taught Tai Chi full-time, older than me, teach much longer than me, big range of people. And often they come to the workshop. Let me give you an example. I was in Singapore, and I did a lot of workshops there. So one day someone says that, Dr. Lam, why don't you do a workshop just for the traditional Tai Chi teachers only? So I thought, okay, let's do that. And there's 55 people pay to register, and there's a wait list. And I thought, wow, maybe they're just curious what I have to share. And then we will repeat that because there's a wait list. So people say, we'll do it next year. So we did next year. So Singapore is a small country in terms of people talk to each other. The Tai Chi world is small. In fact, in a big country like USA and Australia, we also get to know each other quite well. So the Tai Chi world communicates. So they must have talked to each other. And the next year, next workshop for Tai Chi teachers only, 55 people came in with a wait list. And then we thought 2 years later, there were people asking for it. So we did another one, just the traditional Tai Chi teachers only, and 55 people in a wait list. So I was so overwhelmed, sort of. And during the workshops, when I talk about the principles, which is very similar to anywhere I talk about the principles, you really have newer instructors, even though they're traditional Tai Chi teachers, to teachers with much more experience than me. And more than half of them rush off, get a piece of paper and write it down. And I was very curious. And I asked them, why? You must have heard of these principles before. I mean, I read those books and I practice and I teach and you do, and somebody do more. You must have done this before. And they say to me, yes, we heard the principle, but nobody really show us how to do it and how it feel. And I was, that's the trigger of my memory. I look at the Tai Chi traditional teachers, there isn't really emphasis on teaching method. They
posture and body alignment, and we talked about breathing and the slow and controlled movement.
So, okay, you got good points, lots of points. Next, please.
Yes, in our group, we said to use the warm-up exercises because people are most familiar with those and most comfortable. And then we said to apply something that a participant can relate to, visualize with the movement, and then to combine that visualization with the physical practice and make that and work with that.
Great, okay. Thanks, Libby. Next.
Group 9, we're group 10, and okay, so we talked about incorporating some with how to meet the needs of multiple level students, and we addressed that by suggesting that the class as a individually set their intentions for their practice for that day. And that also, if you had a diverse group of experience in the students, that the more experienced students, perhaps you break them up so that they might be able to help and work with some of the newer students in some instances with oversight clearly, and to use the warm-ups to discuss the principles and to take one principle for each time we would do each class. When you do a warm-up, is to maybe introduce a principle and see if you can work on that during the entire class and how it affects how they feel when they're doing the actual form.
Thank you.
I'm going to go next, if that's okay. I'm just going to add one of the things that didn't get mentioned yet, and that was they came up with some really nice ideas to actually have them visualize the principle, such as a rain stick filling up for weight shift, using a rain stick or bean bags on the head, going through their form once they know it. Or the advanced ones can use that and the beginners don't have to, but to try to keep upright posture and that kind of thing. So that was fun. It's a thing of doing. So less talk, but fun things to have them play with.
My teaching book take me years and years experience to write it. And I try to put as much in different scenario as possible, the key ideas and the different ways to deal with different challenges. So if you read it again, and sometimes I read it myself again, to get ideas, and the central rationale will be there. So
at this time.
yes,
Okay.
sure.
So we had quite a range of discussion, and we started off by identifying, putting the principles into 3 sections of mind, body, and movement, and also identifying with the attendees to get them to relax and have an awareness of relaxation with their breathing and with their mind, to help them with that all over reduction of anxiety being in a group, especially if they're new to the group. And not to compare themselves to others as well, and to be themselves.
Actually start half an hour before the others, and then they stay on with the others, and then they know that they're not to work, because we do a number of different forms, and so they enjoy the time by themselves, and then they enjoy seeing, oh, is this what we're going to aspire to, as when they join the more go on with the more experienced group. So I don't know if that's any help, but I have the luxury of being a volunteer teacher, so not everybody might be able to do that.
Nice. You know, Sonia, a lot of Tai Chi teachers are volunteer teachers.
Oh, good.
We just love helping people.
I'm glad.
Especially in our community. Yes. But of course, I always want to find ways, get help funding and things to make it more sustainable. And when you need, well, you need money to rent the hall, you need money to live on. So to make Tai Chi really help people, it's totally okay to get paid for it. But also, like you say, it's a luxury to be able to teach free. By the way, my Tai Chi school is nearly 40 years. All my instructors teach, like including myself, we don't get paid. We don't get a picture pay at all. The only thing we got is once a year we get a free dinner, Christmas. Yeah, but of course that's an unusual situation, and they do teach outside. A lot of our instructors, they will teach outside and charge their class, but they always come back to Better Health to donate their time, which I'm very proud of. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's good. You are of course you're welcome to email me or contact me.